Hey, yo's, I'm Crit.
I'm Donato.
And I'm Vi.
And welcome to Island Fever, where grown-ass Pasifika people talk about doing grown things. And today we have the winner of Miss Continental, the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. She giving out flavor pre-rolls and all that shit.
All
is
that.
the one and only Miss Sasha Colby.
Hey. The winner at life. Come on. Period. She's just winning at everything.
Grown-up things. You know, mothers got to.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to have you here, Sasha. We actually manifested this. Like, you have been on our wish list to get on this podcast since we joined. And so just to even have you here, I'm just like, it's a dream realized.
It was a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all are all over my socials, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yes.
I get everybody on here but me.
Cut it out.
Get on this. No, but like luckily schedules worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a busy girl.
Period.
Yeah, and it's, well, I don't know when this is going to air, but it's Pride Month, honey. So
Exactly.
she's proud.
Hey, in her prime, baby. In her prime.
Yo, so today we're going to be talking about I got what I came for, now what? You know, because someone like you, Sasha, you've hit such huge milestones. And, you know, for some of us, that comes with an identity crisis of like, shit, well what's the next
now
thing?
what?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, before we get into your big achievements of that, I want to go back to you being a Waimānalo girl, right? And what
Where it all
that means.
started.
Yeah.
Nala girl, man. And yeah, that's where it started. Right there, like right on Kalani Anole Highway. Grew up homestead, passed down from my father's mother. It was her hale first, and then it got given to my dad, and then my dad gave it to me when he passed. So yeah, there's been 3 generations going throughout there. And I was the only one that was trans.
Yeah.
I was the only like gay one. I don't know. I don't think I'm the only gay one, but that's another story.
Okay, period.
We grew up Jehovah's Witness, I grew up Jehovah's Witness. So it was just really conservative, you know, very, very. I mean, Hawaii is very religious.
Yeah.
There's a lot of religion going on in Hawaii, which just makes me feel like a lot of colonization going on in Hawaii.
Right.
You know, a lot of like I don't think anything's bad with religion or spirituality especially, but there's something about when I look back and I think, man, like being in a religion with my whole family, that's like our identity. You know, that's a lot of Pacifica families' identity. So for the religion that was the one that was with our family, Jehovah's Witness, it really wipes away ethnicities. It wipes away your ethnicity. And, you know, it puts on this white frame of mind. And I didn't really have like a big connection with my Hawaiian side because of that. Yeah. But I was living in like the most Hawaiian neighborhood.
Yeah. And when you say homestead, I know like Hawaii specifically has a unique relationship to what that means.
Yes.
Can you help folks to better understand that?
The closest thing that would kind of resemble that would be like a reservation on like First Nation, indigenous land, where the government gives them a certain amount of land and allots them this to do, like you can do this on this land. So still controlling us. Yeah. But it was a big thing when in, I guess, the early 1900s is when Hawaiian Homestead came out. And so they would allot these pieces of land in all the different islands, and you would have to sign up on a list. And you had to be, you had to quantify your Hawaiian, your blood, and how much you had. You couldn't have less than 50% in order to be on the list. And so my grandmother, she got signed up like right away, and was one of the first people to like get their homes. And so it was like a pretty like one of the first Hawaiian homelands to be, I guess, sectioned off. Was in Waimānalo, and it was. They thought like they give them like, give them like the not so cute place.
Like, if you know anything about Waimānalo, it's far out there.
It's far, and half of it is still, Bellows Air Force. It's still military. A lot of places in Hawaii, it's just all military too. Yeah. So there's only so much land that the government could give us. But that's something that is still going on today. But things are with the way that, we all grow up, we all fall in love, we all intermix our races. It's hard to still hold on to that, right? It's hard to still like say I'm Hawaiian enough.
Yeah.
For this little breadcrumb you guys giving us.
Or the blood quantifying.
Yeah, the blood quantity. Yeah. It's just so interesting.
My guess is that you plan on like giving the home to someone else in the family, right? At some point.
But yeah, like I have my brother living there with his family because somebody has to be there. But I'm always flying all over the place.
Yeah.
So eventually, that's also the thing. It's kind of like Big Brother.
Yeah. Like everybody knows everybody's business.
Or like all of a sudden, you guys like be my friends. Yeah.
Okay.
For real, like the youngest child, and I was. Obviously, way too feminine for them.
Yeah.
Way too creative and loud, and like nobody really cared about my opinion growing up.
Yeah.
I wasn't really asked a lot of things until like my father, like we read that will, honey, and all of a sudden they're being nice. They were all trying to like have that moment on Big Brother where they're talking to you to like give them the, and I was like, this is hilarious because you guys should have been nicer. You guys should have been nicer earlier.
Now you see me.
Yeah. Wait, do you have some insight as to why your dad like willed it to you?
I think it was just not like an unspoken thing. I think it was just the way that my dad got it. My dad's the youngest of his family. There's 8 of them. So it was just kind of known that the youngest one would always inherit the generational home. So, but we didn't really know because my dad, we didn't know like if he actually made a will because he passed suddenly. So we were all kind of like wondering like, did he even go down to the office and like have somebody be it? Because then we're all like out of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was like pins and needles and we're all sitting there. And actually it was so funny. Let me clock the tea real fast. So we're at Hawaiian Homelands. It's all of my brothers and sisters and my mom. And we are going to see like what exactly is going to happen. Like did he leave the house to somebody? Who is it? We're all wondering who it is, if it is any of us.
Yeah.
Or if like he didn't. And then it just goes to the next family on the list of the long list. The waiting list. So we're all kind of nervous, and then the guy goes, I'm gonna go get the papers and go look at the files. Just everyone give me your IDs, and then I'll go see. And so we're all kind of waiting there, and then the guy comes back in. He's like, okay, I have good news and bad news. Good news is he did leave it to somebody. We're like, okay. Like, bad news is there's nobody in this room. And we're like, what? And then my fucking brother and go, oh wait, she wouldn't change her name. And I said, oh no. And the guy goes, oh, what was your name before? And I told him, and he's like, oh, he left it to you. Wow. I was like, okay. And then my other shady ass brother goes, but when? But when? And he thought like, oh, maybe it was, when I was still a kid, before I transitioned. No, it wasn't. It was in 2007. I was already doing Miss Continental. I was already a baton girl. I was living in Chicago. He retired. The day that he retired, he went down by himself. He didn't even tell my mom.
Wow.
It was kind of like... It was kind of
sure within your family dynamic, it like...
Oh, no. And then they had nothing to say because that meant my dad No, like I transitioned in 2001, 2.
Yeah.
So I was already,
Yeah.
living my life fully as a woman. And the fact that he knew that, and then like he passed in 2016. So I mean, he sat on that for a while,
Right.
and I was like,
knew.
yeah, and that's a real gag. It's like he knew who his girl was, who his daughter was,
Yeah.
and he still trusted me.
Yeah. Did you have like any inclination or hope that it would have been you?
Okay, so it's weird. Like I was really indifferent to it because I was already in a position where I needed to do things for my own career, and
Yeah.
being home wasn't going to be where I could do that. So I was pretty okay with like whoever it went to. I was actually like, this is probably more hassle than anything, because then I have to figure out who's staying in the house. I have to be the one to like possibly
Right.
kick people out, and so it wasn't like a responsibility I really was excited to have.
Yeah.
But when I did, I was saying,
The gag, yeah.
the gag is, and I think it showed a lot because I didn't have any stake. I didn't have anything that I needed the home, which when you are a population, a race that is constantly disenfranchised,
Yeah.
constantly taking the resources that you had,
Yep.
you get vicious.
Yeah. Or
You-
scrappy behavior.
Yeah, you get vicious and you feel entitled.
Survival.
A lot of us Native Hawaiians, we feel entitled to things that that was taken from us, or that we feel that should be ours when we worked hard for it. And that was the scary part, because when you take away that's so much humanity away from a group of people, they do turn on each other, So everybody was a little like, they still weren't treating me nicely, They were just the outright shade wasn't there. They were trying their hardest to like,
Right. But you can feel it.
but you can feel it.
Like you hold the power. So
yeah,
smile through
exactly.
it and-
You smile through it until we get it, and then we can kick him off,
Yeah.
And they still love dropping that he bomb, honey.
Yeah.
And I tallied every single one. I said, that's one more who not gonna get one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of rough, but
Yeah. I'll never forget the first time I saw a video of you performing, and I just knew instinctively that you had such a big calling over your life. And so it's been really beautiful to see your journey continue to like skyrocket into big things. Can you tell us more about like your role as a mother, but more so like the foundation of the House of Colby? Like Cassandra Colby,
Shout out
that
to
girl.
she was the original Colby. I mean, I'm just passing along everything that Cassandra taught me, which was when I started having kids, she was like, Mary, load them up.
Yeah.
And like, just, because she has a ton of kids, and it was right around 2001. 2002 is when I graduated. So I was already kind of like sneaking the pills and things, and
From Rodwell.
from Rodwell, sneaking the Premrins.
We talked about this.
Already going to Joanne and like filling in the holes and things, and still in high school.
Yeah.
And I remember just like meeting Cassandra for the first time. She was like out of the scene for a long time, and she started coming back around, and everyone was like, because I was actually looking for a mother. Nobody wanted to be like,
Yeah.
Damn. I bet they'll
Were they
regret that now.
I don't. I'm gonna say, it would probably be hard to I don't know. I was an infuriating drag child. I didn't make it easy. But yeah, we clicked off. We hit it off right away, and I was her first kid. And then she started coming to the dance studio where I used to work at and dance at 24/7 dance force. And like all my friends at dance started becoming her kids, and now we're like still going. Like it's 25 years of like all of us being friends, and my brothers and sisters are like literally my best friends to this day. My chosen family. We've literally gone through everything in life together. And it's nice. It's so nice to have that foundation, especially when you're searching for it all your whole
most of our
Adolescence,
life.
yeah.
To be held, to be seen, I think is something we commonly name here as like this precious gift. And once you find that, and most of us, right, queer Pasifika people, trans folks, we highlight our chosen family way more often than we talk about the families we come from.
I mean, because we both chose to be in each other's lives. You know, we both made this agreement, whether said or not, of you can always rely on me, and I'm going to show you what a family is like. And like even just like having gatherings and barbecues when I go home and seeing all the aunties. And that's the thing. It's not just the Colbys. It's like a whole network of family that I get to have when all the aunties from like 4 generations, you know, just all sitting at the beach and just thinking, wow, we all live our lives together.
Yeah.
And we choose that. And that's really special.
What is it about the House of Colby in particular that drew you to it? And then also, what is it about the House of Colby that is producing these Miss Continental winners?
Okay. What is the secret?
What's in the sauce? What's in that sauce? Well, I think we didn't have a house. It was just me and Cassandra. So like I was just drawn to her. Like she, the way she just moved through life and, you know, was a hairdresser, a hairstylist, and me like not even understanding what it meant to be trans, seeing a fully realized trans woman who's, you know, like got a car, has like a nice apartment, and I could go sleep over when like times were tough at home. To just see that is a possibility was the thing that just drew me immediately to Cassandra, and then to like just understanding like what I'm feeling since I was 5. It doesn't have to be so scary. And it can look really beautiful too. Like I thought you had to look like Tu Wong Fu.
I think what I hear you saying, Sasha, is like seeing life, right? And like what it means to be authentically you and be successful and be happy and be in this position to attain things that you never even thought were possible when you come from a space where you're not seen and you're told you're wrong for being who you are.
Exactly. It's to feel limited, to know I had like a passion to perform, like how you were talking about, like I knew at an early age that like my responsibility in this life was to create art and create space to like raise people's energies, to, you know, raise the collective
blood
vibration.
pressure.
You know, get a little raise your blood pressure.
People's heart rates.
A little bit, you know. The pants.
The people excited. I mean, when she performed at the Miss Island Goddess pageant, I was like, ooh.
No.
Is it a crime? It definitely is a crime to be this beautiful and fabulous and gorgeous, girl.
And to move like that all simultaneously. Yeah.
I'm a snob when it comes to dancing, and you kill it every time. Like I'm always just like, oh, you put in work. Like you really, like every element of your performances is crazy. And I can imagine, like, you know, we all used to dance in the mirror to Janet and all that, but like, who were those inspirations growing up?
It was Janet, Madonna, Mariah, like coming home after getting teased from walking home and getting like, you know, teased the whole time, starting to get beat up, and then running into my bathroom and just literally doing drag, but just putting on the radio, whatever went on. And I noticed also, like, when I started dancing, my dance director was like, just always kept on saying that, you know, you're an actor, like, you know how to act, and like you're really, really good at like musicality and freestyling. And I wasn't the best at picking up choreography, but that was always what I was like concerned with. But like I never really heard what he kept on saying until I saw drag, and I wanted to do drag, and I realized like, oh, that's all freestyle. Like that's all musicality, that's all emoting and acting. So like it just made sense with the skills that people were saying that I had. I was able to find it all on stage with drag, because that's hard to like find a creative outlet that really you just like fit so well
Right.
in.
So it's you who set the standard for the House of Colby. That's right.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
In other words,
You know, I had to make sure. But yeah, I think all of my brothers and sisters are just excellent and exceptional in their like their in their profession. You know, we got makeup artists and choreographers and stylists and all of them former dancers, so we're all fighting for center.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I seem like an anomaly, but I'm like literally a product of the people that I grew up with, you know, that I marinated and hibernated with.
but you've got a different set of, you've got a different type of pressure, responsibility on your shoulders, not only through all the things you've accomplished, right? But when you speak about where you come from, that too is innate, right? To just to take care of your people, to love on your people. And when you elevate, that gives you more space to do more, right? So I say that because I think we all can relate to this really innate sense of responsibility to care for people who look out for us. Yeah. My curiosity is like, so how are we doing all that in 2026 while also on tour, while also flipping, serving looks? Like how are we doing all of this? How are we still showing up fully as mother and still being Sasha Colby?
Like the crippling need to be like to have like people's approval.
Yeah.
I think just like I've always had this sense of wanting to be of use and be helpful in someone's life. Yeah. I think about when I, had to raise my niece who's 30 now and she has kids, but raising her, she's 10 years younger than me. Really, it did feel a part of me that keeps me going.
Yeah.
When I go to like meet and greets, or I especially go to like Australia or Hawaii or New Zealand, and there's Pasifika people that will just come up to me and like, their gifts, their lays, their love, their tears. It makes me so proud. It makes me so happy to be somebody that like I can be that for someone that I used to look up to somebody just the same, and to see that they're so proud of being themselves because of me, and proud of being Pasifika because of me, even if we're not from the same island nation. Right. It's still it means the most when I hear from Pasifika people.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Island Female.
Oh, Sasha, I really want to talk about, you talked about growing up and not feeling a strong connection to your Hawaiian side. And then, when you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, it was at the forefront of your identity on there, right? Yeah. You made a very intentional effort to make sure that people knew, you were Kanaka Maoli. Can you talk about, how does one go from not feeling, like you belong to your culture to really being an ambassador, really?
To putting that shit on the front stage.
Right. It was a journey.
Yeah.
Because, first I had to shed the religion. Which was easy when you're queer and you have critical thinking. It's really easy when this religion is saying that everything you feel naturally is an abomination and all these things. So it was easy for me to then, I guess, I don't know if it's the red pill or the blue pill, but to take the pill that could see past all that. Being mahu was really the key to then finding my my kanaka, to find what was actually going through my blood. And I was really obsessed with that after, when I was about 14 is when I stopped going to the church. And also, I was also told over and over again growing up that I was haole, because my mom is half white and half Hawaiian. My dad's full Hawaiian. But I look really, really light. Compared to my brothers and sisters, you guys look like my brothers and sisters, but it got considerably light as each child was born. So you and my sister are pretty fair skinned, but we all have green eyes. but I was always told that I wasn't Hawaiian. I was told I wasn't what I actually was. So then I leaned into that in high school. I was like kind of a rebel and like being punk and was like, well, I'm going to be Holly and I'm going to learn, ballet and jazz and I'm going to make it on the big, I'm going to watch VMAs and watch all these things that weren't really Hawaiian. Because, if you guys are going to call me that, then I'm just going to lean into that. Right. And then it was when I met Cassandra, really. It was like when I started hanging around with more trans women in Hawaii and seeing like how Hawaiians just, were. Just like the laid back and welcoming each other and just learning my Hawaiian words from Muffy words, knowing what leo leo meant really early in life. But I think so when I started really gaining more love for the Hawaiian culture, love for hula, love for all these things was honestly when I moved to the mainland too. I started working at the Baton around like 22 years old. And there I was exotic. There I was like, my Hawaiian was coming through more than my haole. So I got really obsessed with like, just learning whatever I could. But I knew I wasn't a practitioner. I knew I wasn't, like a hula halau student and all of those things that I wish I did. I wish I had the moments, but you can't. I couldn't even go Kamehameha because of being a Jehovah's Witness. Not because I couldn't. Like I actually had enough blood quantity to go, but
wait, that's interesting.
Because there's chapel for one of the classes, one of the periods. Yeah. So and we're not. I'm not allowed. Yeah. My parents are like, you can't go because that's connected to the church, and a church we don't believe in, or like that's not ours. So, I missed out on a lot of opportunities to learn more. So really trying to pick up and like in my own way learn things. So when I finally got to Drag Race, like getting ready for Drag Race, I was nervous about how am I going to portray my culture with honor, with respect. And, I would call people. I would call like the elders and I would talk to, I think I talked to Kumuhina and a couple other people and wanted to make sure like what I was doing was tasteful and was respectful and wasn't, a parody or, a tiki-fied version of being Hawaiian. Me making sure what the tattoos were on my entrance runway look, my entrance workroom look, was special. And I had like the Hawaiian Islands tattooed onto with like a little rhinestone where Nalo is. Just like little things like that. But, talking to the elders and they were just like, with anything I do now, even if I, practice a hula and I learn it from a kumu, I'm always just so nervous that I'm like, oh, I'm not Hawaiian enough for that. So it's still this imposter syndrome of feeling, even though you're representing a whole sect of people, not just the Hawaiian nation, but like all Pasifika, you're representing your culture. And I didn't want to be disrespectful, but everybody just kept telling me like, you are Hawaiian, you have Kanaka blood. How you express that is just as valid as the traditional ways. Yeah. And it's how, like even doing hula, it's like how I interpret it is my connection with my ancestors, connection with my grandmother. And so that gave me a lot of, I felt like a little more credibility. Like, okay, I can chill. And like,
to your credit, you actually went and sought advice, from experts. So I think that's the big takeaway, right? Is don't just be doing shit because you felt it from the ancestors. Like, consult with the elders first.
Yeah, everything was consulted. Everything that I think about, especially when I deal with Hawaiian things, is always I want to make sure.
Yeah, because we've seen some of the.
Because I know
stop shit. I'm not gonna say any names, but.
But can we also name how healing it is to hear that part of your story? Because there are so many Pasifika people who we know connect to this idea of not feeling enough, but then still taking ownership and pride and like, oh yeah, well watch this, right? Like now just wait and fucking see.
Well, Auntie said I can, so
it's not just from my mouth.
Yeah,
Auntie said
that felt good, and then it also was full circle. to hear that, I think that was the first time I ever heard that somebody tell me like, no, like you are Hawaiian. Like your kanaka is just as valid as anybody else's, and your experience is part of our story collectively.
Right.
So that made it not feel like a weight. It made it feel like a welcoming hug.
Yeah. And shout out to you, Sasha, for embracing that, you know, and not only embracing it, but platforming that too, to share with so many people on such a global space, not just on Drag Race, right? Before Drag Race, you were already doing that, and you continue to share that legacy. And I know just for myself, there were so many conversations in therapy around you, not only because you a bad bitch, but specifically because you're a Pasifika woman, right? And like to see that I want you to know, young queer and trans folks see themselves in you, and when they can come to a therapy session and name that, I think that's the power of healing. So I'm so grateful that you answered this call of like, you know what, no, I am, and watch, right? Like I'm gonna put this shit on the floor, quite literally, you know, and then on top of that, you amplified it in so many beautiful, graceful ways that there's no way anyone in this motherfucking platform can tell you otherwise. There's just no way, because it's felt. It's not even just witnessed. It is so deeply felt. And I think this conversation is just going to hone that in again.
Oh, thank you.
You're carrying all of us with you.
It's a lovely ride, honestly. And the load doesn't feel heavy, you know.
Oh, Sasha, we talked about two of your massive achievements, you know, throughout your career, winning Miss Continental and then winning RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, a lot of people can only dream of like ticking those off their bucket list, right? Once you get there, like how do you kind of top that? You know, like what, I mean, not that you should top it, but like what kind of thoughts come up for you, and where does that sit with you?
You know, it's like how you said in the beginning, what now?
Yeah.
Many a time. And I looked at like my friends like, well, now what? When you achieve something, and I've been so blessed and so lucky, and I don't even know how this has happened, but to be able to have achieved everything that I've like set my mind to, you can delay me, but you can't deny me. I may have had to do it a few times for Continental, but at least at eventually I won. Yeah. But for me to just have a goal, from transitioning when I wanted to, from moving to Chicago when I was literally a meth addict. You know, I was from 19 to 22, 23. I was addicted to ice in Hawaii, running the streets. And for me to find a way to get myself out of that. Yeah. Say I wanted to be a baton girl, get it. Say I wanted to win Continental, figured it out. Said, okay, I'm going to figure out how to get on Drag Race. And I didn't think I wanted to win. I just wanted to get myself on TV. And if I could just get my foot in the door, somebody was going to see me, and I would make the best of whatever opportunity I was going to get. The best opportunities happen. So like it's just so wild when it does happen. But as humans, we just think, okay, well, what is the next dream? And it doesn't maybe have to be an upward trajectory. It could just be at this point, me being comfortable, financially, and being able to have steady work, in a place where I was, pooching, doing sex work, living paycheck to paycheck, doing the drag rounds here in West Hollywood, and being a working, literally like from go-go dancing at the Abbey to, working in Long Beach Hamburger Mary's, doing everything that I could and working hard because I love doing it. But at this point, to just be able to kind of sit and ride this little wave and be like, wow, I can get like a nice things for my house. Yeah. And there's a little bit of like auto pay. I can do auto pay, which is crazy.
Without having to check the bank's statement
every day before. Oh my gosh. It's a thing that a lot of, Pasifika people, we work really hard for it.
Yeah.
But when it's finally there, it's really nice to feel settled, really nice to feel fully rounded in my life, not just like working hard and not really having a quality of life when I'm not working. To focus on that was really important now.
Yeah.
And having my creativity wanting to go in different areas. Always being a stage performer. I feel like I've done a lot of stage performing, but I want to do, other avenues of flexing this creative muscles, whether it's making music or acting or, just finding new things to do.
Like love?
Like love? I mean, I have that. I do have that. Check.
Period.
How's that been? How's it being in love? And
Well, I am a poly dolly that is poly, honey. So it takes a village to love me. So, it takes a few people. I have 2 wonderful partners that are in Seattle, and they're great. I met them, I think in October will be about 3 years.
oh, snap.
Yeah. And being able also to find love and in
Be
the
present
trans
for
world,
love.
honey. And like it was really interesting, to date to date as a trans woman in general. It's just wild.
Yeah. Were there any
oh my gosh.
misconceptions you had entering into a polyamorous relationship before you made that commitment?
Let's see. I never entertained the idea of being polyamorous at all, or being in an open relationship. That wasn't really something that my childhood trauma was wired for.
Yeah.
I desperately needed to feel possessed and loved, and felt treasured and cherished and taken care of, because I was constantly searching for that as a kid. I remember asking, from my mother to brothers and sisters to like total strangers if they love me, and never really getting an I love you back.
Wow.
Even from my family, it was just kind of like, get away, we're gonna catch it.
Oh no.
And what they thought that they didn't want to catch was apparently wealth.
Championship. Title.
Any sort of, but
And the property. I'm sorry.
The deed to the house.
but I had to go through a lot of therapy in order to receive the love of a polyamorous relationship. It's a lot. It's a lot of coming to terms with how you deal with jealousy, how you deal with feeling autonomous in your own self,
Right.
to be able to be okay being self-sufficient. It's different from being alone, it's different from being single. But it's also you have to get to the same point of being in love with yourself and just being really in love with wanting to be with you, and just being okay with that.
Yeah.
And not needing other people to
fill a void.
yeah.
because-
And I think we all deal with jealousy. Like, there's not getting over jealousy when you're poly. It's just how do you look back on your relationship with someone and know that the sum of it all is secure and filled with love, that you can go off and have whatever experiences you want. And as long as you know that there's that safety of coming back, that's the real thing about trying to navigate polyamory.
Yeah, I think
And on paper, that's all. In practice, mama, all my friends are like, you are not good at sharing, girl. You have control issues.
But like, to your point though, Sasha, I do know that there, at least with a lot of the poly couples I work with in therapy, there is this misconception that individuality is not to exist. But in any relationship, your individuality has to be on lock if you want to experience a secure love.
Yes.
Right? You can experience love, baby. Let us be clear. But if you want to experience a secure love,
Yeah.
you've got to be well with yourself. And I mean that relationship,
And
right?
like have examples in your head of not. I mean, I grew up with like domestic violence, and that's what I thought love was.
Yeah.
You know, watching some crazy things go on in family and like in my neighborhood. Like that's how you just assume, and like a lot of cheating, a lot of these things that you're just supposed to be okay with your polyamorous.
Like, it tells us that like that's what we're supposed to deserve.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
Like, but I don't understand.
And I went through that, you know, like, oh, he loves me. You know, like, girl, I went through all of that, you know, when I was not as in touch with the healing part of me.
Yeah.
You know?
But how
My 20s.
beautiful I think even just for people to hear that from you is, you know, the spectrum of your healing journey, how that's touched every avenue of who you are as a whole being, right? As a drag queen, as a drag mother, as a person, as someone's partner, as a sister, right? There's so many elements of like your healing has come full circle and touched every avenue that you create.
And I think like that was the thing when I knew this experience of being poly with these amazing people that I get to call my partners. I think I knew instinctively that I was like, oh, bitch. You thought you were healed. You were just isolating.
Yeah.
You thought you were healed and you were just isolating. And you found some relationships that kind of worked but never really lasted. Relationships never lasted with me more than 2 years. And it hasn't been that many relationships. But it was always being someone's dirty little secret, being in love with a man that did not love me. And I thought that that was what I deserved.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the MO for so many years, for so many different realities that I thought I was living. But just being able to look at that and be like, oh, this is where you need to grow.
Yeah.
Like now this is like somewhere where you thought that you had it, like you thought you were healed, but actually you haven't really touched any of this childhood trauma. You haven't really, the only way I actually dealt with trauma was through my art. And the first emotion I would always grab and was easily accessible was anger.
Yep.
And so I would do these numbers about like a very powerful, very strong, very like fuck you kind of girl. And just this like had this hard facade about me growing up and really being very loving, being myself all the time, but like don't like not too much, like because the Nalo will come out.
Right.
And that was the only way I really dealt with a lot of my emotions. And so really getting deep down into that therapy was a lot, was something that I wasn't ready for. And I'm glad that I started doing this when I had already, because, you know, also with the way I went through life, grabbing anger first or only, really worked, you know? Then I started getting, you know, winning prizes for it. And I thought like that was the thing that was the healing. I thought that was the healing, right? Like I managed to talk about it and overcome it in a way through art. But I was just continuing this cycle of just telling myself the same story over again. You know, like just doing that. And it got to a point, I think especially when life started getting better and I didn't have anything to like be like, oh, this is so hard. So then when there's nothing hard and nothing to be angry about, then why am I so angry? You know?
That's when that call gets louder and louder to go inside.
That's when you fall in love with two people. And then like, well, we're gonna find out why you're angry.
You have started your hair brand company and then now you've pivoted into a new industry. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. We are partnered with salon extensions for my own ponytail line, and we have extensions as well, clip-in extensions.
Yo,
so they're
that's
going
what
really
I
well.
needed. Damn it.
That's what we were missing.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. But also I started a partnership, a collab with a very cool company called Flamer. It is a weed company, and they're based in New York. And the way weed laws go here is pretty much it's by state. So weed companies, they kind of have to stay in their state, and you have to sell the weed in the same state that you grow the weed. So if a company is about to branch out and be in other cities or in other states, you kind of have to have grow partnerships with different grow houses in that state to then put your branding on it. So right now we're in New York and we're in 150 dispensaries, all in the state of New York. You can get my Sasha Colby Kush, which is, they have a great line of all kinds of weed and things, but I have taken over their infused pre-rolls because that's what I like smoking because it's a lot. This life is a lot, so I need the strong stuff. And
so that's the stronger stuff.
The strong stuff.
I've never really been a weed girly. Like when I did try it, like it would just hurt my throat too much. But I did all of the other stuff.
Period.
You know what?
And if I could sell that somewhere,
I'm not a weed smoker either, but when we was in Vegas, after we did the panel, and you were like, do you want to smoke? And I was like, you know what? Because of Sasha Colby, I want to take this fucking head. Like, you know what?
And that's what everybody gets to do when they're at a meet and greet with me, or like they're at, I get to smoke with the girls in every club or something, like I'll be like, oh, let's smoke. And I usually get them really high and like 2 stone. They're like, oh man, yours is strong. I'm like, well, I grew up in Hawaii. Like you need to take 2 hits. And like, I remember that weed, like back in the day, it was like,
there was a time I did smoke weed
really
in college in Hawaii.
I couldn't smoke because it was so strong.
I knocked out right in the bathroom like that. And then I woke up to eat Tim Tams with bisupo.
Okay.
That's all I had in my cabinet.
And it tastes right.
So good.
But yeah, so I've been product testing, and so what the weed is, it's a pre-roll of flower, and it has like hash in it.
Okay.
So there's diamond resin hash rolled up in it, and then it's rolled in a cannabis oil and like shake and bake kind of. And then keef, which is like the little baby particles that come off of when you grind weed, and you roll it in that. So it looks like a little, I don't know, shake and bake.
She's layered.
Like chicken stick, so it's got a lot of THC quantity. So I wanted to make sure that I had a product that everybody who normally would smoke with me in person would feel that without me having to be there. And that's the thing.
And here's your gift. You're welcome.
Well, you have been a gift to us, Sasha, and honestly, having you as our season finale guest, it just really ties up this season so nicely. And again, you're on our wish list, but to have, I don't know, it feels like the end of another chapter, and you're someone who has reached these massive chapters in life, and then it's like, what's next? So I think it's cool to end on this note and just, again, give you all our aloha for coming through.
Thank you so much.
You.
Oh my gosh, this was so lovely, and I can't wait to see what's next for Island Females. Only at the beginning. What's next?
Hello. And on that note, bye.
Bye.